Hey, you mate's gone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you in wonderful, great, excellent spirits. I want to say hello and welcome to all the new subbies to the Get Made Squad. I appreciate you so much for subscribing to the channel, and for my loyal subbies that have already been here, I also want to thank you so much for sticking around and staying around and trying to help grow this community that I'm trying to build. So I actually don't have a hair review for you guys or a unit tutorial. We're gonna do makeup today. All right, I finally found this unit. Like, I have been looking for this unit, and when I organized my wigs and everything, she like fell between some other wigs, so it's like she was squished, so I couldn't see her because I don't have the box for her. I just have the package. So it was just like packaged like this with different units, and I could have sworn I looked through that stack, but obviously, girl, you didn't. If you had, you would have already had her, but girl, you didn't. I didn't. But I'm glad I found her. I think I've said this before. I know I have. I definitely want to reorder her. This is model Clean Cap 15, I believe. And you know, I ordered the shorter one, which might have been 19, or maybe I'm flipping the two numbers. I don't know. But I had that blonde one that I reviewed. Love her. Love this red. But I do still want like a natural one. You know. Just for days when I just want to have darker hair. You know what I mean? Anywho, so let's get started. I have already applied my moisturizer, and this was a clean face. I'm just gonna part the bangs so you get the full effect. And first, we're gonna start with the primer, and I'm gonna use the Ulta Beauty Mattifier face primer. And what I like to do, I've said this in my previous videos, but in case you're new, I like to take the primer and press it into my oily areas. So any trouble spots that you have on your face, you want to really press that primer in. That way your foundation, powder, whatever products you're about to lay on your face, they will stick, they will cover, and hopefully last all day. We are going to go in with, I'm not going to wear foundation today. Now that I have some more of my concealer from the crayon case in number 5, I can use this instead of using foundation. Just because sometimes I just don't want to, I don't want to say heavy look, but I just don't want a full face coverage of makeup. I just want something to kind of set my face so it looks nice and flawless against a dramatic eye look, but I just don't want to go full force, you know, foundation. Also, it's still hot. Like, I know a lot of people are saying it's 60 degrees somewhere where they're at, but in Houston, it's still hot. Like, it's still in the 90s. Like, high today is 95, which means it probably feels like 98 outside. So we are still experiencing the summer and the heat, which we will experience probably into the end of the year. I mean, not in the 90s, but it'll still be warm outside. Based on what it's been doing lately, we don't usually get our colder weather till end of the year, January, February. So, as I've stated before, this concealer has really great pigmentation, really great coverage. I'm just going to amp it up, talk to you guys a little bit while I'm letting it set. This is my pre-bake. You can do this with foundations that are really liquidy, that don't dry really fast. Like, if you have a foundation that dries really quickly on the skin, you cannot do this. So you just gotta apply it, blend, go about your business. But if it takes a while to kind of set and set it onto your face, and you can use this method to kind of let it warm up to the skin, and you'll have even better coverage. Now, if you missed it last week sometime or early this week, I don't know, my days are all mixed up, because the crayon case had a 60% off sale. That's why you guys set notifications. That's why you have to follow the crayon case and Super, so you can know when they have a sale 60% off. So you know I picked up 2 more of these bad boys and some other products. So when those come in, I'll do an unboxing and do some looks with the products I got in. But yeah, I really like this concealer. So went ahead and picked up some more with 60% off. They're originally, what, $5, and you get 60% off. How can you not? And if you are a makeup artist and you're looking to build your kit or to diversify your kit with different products available, when she has another sale, pick up these concealers. They work really well, especially if you're doing like what am I trying to say, fashion work, and you really want the skin to come through but look flawless and not too cakey, this is a great concealer to do that. So my message to you guys, today's the 30th, but we're pretty much in September. The year is passing us by. So if there are any goals or anything you were trying to do before 2020 rolls around, you need to go ahead and do it. Whatever is blocking you, discover what's blocking you, move it out of your way, and just go for it. Like, I remember when I was recording at the beginning of the year, I felt like this is our year. I still feel like this is our year. There is still time to do stuff, or at least put big pieces into play this year so that 2020 everything just comes to fruition. So you can start planning and planting your seeds and doing your different things, and in 2020 it grows, it multiplies, you're successful, and you're achieving your goals. So that's another way to look at it. If you're not able to do everything now, prepare yourself so that you can do something in 2020. You know, just stop putting stuff off, because if you keep putting stuff off, next thing you know, it's 5-10 years down the road and you still haven't moved, you haven't budged, you haven't accomplished anything, you haven't leveled up, you're just still stuck in the same spot. So the year is about to end. What are you going to do to prepare yourself for your greatness? I'm going to put that out there to you. That's the question. What are you going to do to prepare for your greatness? We are all meant for something. Let's get it. Let's achieve it. Let's manifest it. Let's make it happen. All right. So the concealer has pretty much set into the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and I need a mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Okay, so even though I'm not going anywhere, major, like I said, I still want to do my face as if I am, so that I can give you guys a really great, initial thought and review on this product. So guys, I did a thing. I'm running out of the Beauty Bakery Beauty Bakery setting powder. And I really, really, really love that setting powder. Like, I compared it to Juvia's Place setting powder. No comparison. To me, it's better than Sacha Buttercup. So I really love this powder. And I was like, okay, I need to place another order. It's gonna be Labor Day. It's gonna delay the ordering. Blah blah blah. I'm not sure if it's at my local Ulta. Like, I know she expanded in other locations, but I don't know if it's mine. Blah 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 blah. So an idea popped in my head, and I was like, why don't you try this other brand? So for you guys, I went here. If you follow me on IG, which if you don't, why? Why don't you follow me on IG? Follow me on IG. I'm going to use my stories more. Follow me. Get to know me more. Let me get to know you. Like it says, builds community on all social media platforms. Anywho, I am not a supporter of Sephora. I haven't shopped there in years. Various reasons. Like I said, their customer service, their profiling. I've been in sales for 20 years. I teach the people that work for me, do not profile a customer. Meaning, don't judge a book by its cover, because you really don't know who has money and who doesn't. So you don't know who the shoplifter, who's not. You should give everybody excellent customer service, and you don't have to worry about someone shoplifting something from you, because you're giving them excellent customer service, and that's going to deter a shoplifter. Or it's going to turn someone who's not who you thought was turn them into one of your loyal customers. Treat everybody like a VIP. You won't have any issues. That's just the way I train and coach people as far as selling. Anywho, also I don't support them because of the whole, I forget what brand they collab with. I believe I mentioned this before. They collab with a makeup brand, and to me, they took Supa's idea. They took the crayon case, they took the whole school supply thing and changed it to office setting. And I know in this day and age we draw inspiration from different people, different areas, and things like that. And so it's okay to draw inspiration from somebody, but credit them for it. Like, say, okay, we thought this was an amazing idea, so creative that she came up with this whole school setting. So we're going to take that and we're going to make, office supplies. Give her credit, but don't just act like you didn't know she existed. Like, come on. If you're in the beauty industry, you know about the crayon case, especially when she made all that money in like that one setting. Like, come on. Anywho, that's why I don't support Sephora, because they did that. But they, I believe, are the only place that sell this brand, which is Fenty. Guys, this is my first Fenty purchase. I typically like to support small indie brands or big indie brands, like the crayon case, like Beauty Bakery, and etc., etc. But I do support larger brands as well, but that's what I typically try to go through. Guys, I don't know why I can't talk. So that way I can expose those brands to you guys and shed light on some great companies and showcase great companies that you might never ever heard of. And that way they get to gain exposure, they gain followers and supporters, and everybody prospers, right? We all benefit. Great products, companies get well known, hand in hand, But anywho, decided to try the Fenty brand. I need her to get out of Sephora though, even though I know she doesn't 100% own the company, which is why I don't really say it's a black owned company, because she doesn't fully own it. But I get it. I get why people still put the brand in that category. So this is their setting powders. I did not purchase the concealers because, like I said, I just purchased all those ones from Crayon Case, and I already have concealers right now. So maybe next month I might venture out into the concealers. So this is what the Pro Filt'r setting powder looks like. Really cute packaging. Okay. And then it comes with the sifter separate. I guess it's separate. We'll open it up and see. And of course I showed you the box. So I purchased 2 setting powders. Normally I don't do that. I buy 1 setting powder and go with it. But I'm running out of face setting powders and I'm trying to find a really good one. So I was like, why not just try, the setting powder as a baking and for face. I got butter, which I forgot what the description was for this one. I got butter and honey. I didn't get banana, and the reason why is I've noticed that if you use a base that has a lot of yellow in it and then you use a powder that has yellow in it, it's too much yellow. It just sticks out and I look like a banana after a few hours, and that's not cute. That's not what's up. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't blend and complement the face really well. So whatever setting powder, whichever company you're going to use, make sure you understand the undertones in your foundation and or concealer so that you pick up a setting powder that will work well with it and give you like a flawless canvas. So if you have products that are really, really heavy based in yellow, I would stay away from heavily yellow based powders, or not even heavily yellow based, just ones that definitely have like a yellow tint to them. Because even though these powders are, people market them as translucent, they're not technically translucent because they have a powder to them, because they have a colored tint to them. So they are going to change the color of your foundation and or your concealer. So a lot of people will say, oh, I tried this foundation on, it's my match. I don't know why it doesn't look that way, after a few hours or after I put on the rest of my face. And that's because it's your setting powder. Your setting powder is mixing with the chemistry of your face and the foundation concealer, and it's changing the way it looks and the way it performs. So just keep that in mind. I got honey because I'm thinking it's the closest to my skin. We shall see. Honey is like 2 shades darker than butter, and there was one in the middle called cashmere. No, I'm sorry, it's 3 shades because it's butter, the banana, cashmere, then honey. Cashmere was medium, whereas honey was tan. So I'm gonna go with the tan and hope it's not too warm. So anywho, long explanation, but I hope that it makes sense to someone, that someone finds it beneficial. So I am going to go ahead and I'm not going to take all the tape off because then I don't want like a lot of product in the cap. Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling. If I'm yelling, I'm sorry, guys. In the cap. So that's what butter looks like. It's almost the same shade as the cassava that I use for Beauty Bakery. Let me see if I can find that. Actually, it's a little bit, let's see. I think the cassava from Beauty Bakery has more yellow in it. And even though it has yellow in it, it's not too bad. It's a really, really, really subtle yellow, so I don't have any issues. That is lighter than I thought it was going to be. I like to apply the powder to my T-zone area to let that, you know, soak up oils and really set my foundation or concealer. Yeah, they all come with that extra little sifter. I guess that's cool. I don't know. The sifters come out. Is that a sifter cover? Maybe that's a cover. Someone who's watching this is like, girl, it's a cover. Right? Someone probably knows. Is this a cover? It is a cover. Maybe if I open stuff and look at it, I would know. Okay, cool beans. It's a cover. It's a sifter stopper. So you see the little prongs right there. So I can go ahead and fully remove that tape and not have to worry about powder spilling into the cap when I don't want it to. I guess that's on there. Okay. Shoot, I don't know. I told you it's my first Fenty purchase. I didn't know she was all fancy. So fancy schmancy. So this is what honey looks like. Okay, so what I normally do when I wear foundation, I look crazy. When I wear concealer, only concealer, I've been taking this flat top brush. I think this is a BH Cosmetics brush. I'm pretty certain. Flat top brush, and then I just press it into the skin to help set the rest of my face. Okay, so it did work as far as a match. It's a really pretty finish. It does have a really pretty finish. So we're gonna go in with the Jackie Aina palette. I know some people don't support her. We're not. I was gonna record a video on recent events, but my thoughts, but I'm not going to. Here's our palette, and I love seeing her at Sephora and in the Macy's, so this is really cool. We're gonna go in with dollars right here, and I've already swatched this color, I believe, in the other video, but I'll do it again. So that's what that color looks like. We're just gonna take some with our fingers, and we're just gonna glide that on the lower lid. And then we're going to go in with Soleil, and we're just going to pop that into the inner corner. While we're still baking, I'm going to pop these lashes on. These are from Eye Envy. We're going to go ahead and use the Unique Epo liquid lipstick. This is from CoverGirl. It's one of their new lip glosses. Colorlicious. This is 600 melted toffee. Sorry, I'm just trying to read it. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this. If I have, sorry, I'm re-showing it to you. that's what that lip gloss looks like. I love the color. I just don't like that it doesn't last. Like, that's why CoverGirl is not a great brand to me. It's very good for starting off. Like, if you want to start out doing, like, one of your kids, oh my gosh, start out doing makeup. It's a great starter brand. But if you've been doing your makeup for years, I don't know, some of the products just, in my opinion, aren't that great. Now, my mom swears by the, I used to use it. Is it CoverGirl Outlast lip? You know, where you get the, like, the gloss on one end and the liquid lipstick on the other end. Like, it doesn't budge. Like, it doesn't budge on her. Like, it lasts her all day. She can put it on and eat, go about her day, her business. No worries, no issues. But I don't know about the other stuff. I don't know. You know, maybe I should do a video. One day, when I have extra money, I should just go and buy a whole bunch of CoverGirl face products. You know, like foundation and powder, and like see how they work. Maybe I'll be surprised. You never know. If you guys would be interested in seeing that, let me know. I'll try to show you guys. But every time I show y'all, it goes off the screen. But that's because that's the way Fitbit works. Ooh, I need to get some steps in. Anyway, it's 6 o'clock. I don't know if it showed you. Probably didn't. Right? Who puts on makeup at 6 o'clock at night? Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that record looks at night. So, whatevs. Okay. Off I go. And I will see you guys in 8 hours or so. Alright, squad. So, I am back. Didn't quite reach that 8-hour mark. It is 12:15, so it's gonna go away, but it's 12:15, so it's been about 6 hours and 15 minutes since I applied the setting powder. Okay. I'm ready to go to bed, and we've been watching iZombie. If you don't watch that show, I don't know why you don't watch it. If you're into zombies and supernatural and stuff like that, you should watch iZombie. This is like the final season, and so far so good. Anywho, so we've been watching that, eating dinner and stuff like that, and I'm ready to just take all this off because I feel like I'm about to go to sleep on the couch while watching The Office. So I was like, let me go ahead and record this because probably not going to be awake for the next 2 hours. So as you can see, I am a greasy mess. It's all in my T-zone. The typical areas I get oily in, the oil has popped up. I would say about 3 hours, so the halfway mark. So around 9 o'clock when I went to go check my makeup after I had cooked dinner and was sweating my butt off cooking the dinner. I went to check my makeup real quick, and I could already see the oil peeking through. So I would say after about 3 hours, the oil did peek through. I feel like, and I'm not. Oh, here I go again, not being able to talk. I'm not going to just immediately return these powders. I do feel like, initially, my initial thoughts on this powder, I don't feel like it keeps your oil at bay as long as a Beauty Bakery. I feel like the flour setting powder keeps my oil at bay longer than 3 hours. Now, at the 3 hour mark, it didn't look horrible, but I could see the oil peeking through. At about the 2 hour mark, it was... The oil didn't come through, but you could tell it was trying to make its presence. Like, you can tell homegirl was, like, trying to peep through the blinds to see what was going on. Like, I felt like that was going on, but she wasn't making her full presence known. But it looked really pretty. I don't know how it just gave the powder with the mixture of my oil just gave, like, this pretty natural glow. This airbrush glow. I don't know if that makes sense. But it still looked nice. It still was like, it was just pretty. I was just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, the highlight wasn't too much. I don't know, it just looked really pretty. And then after that, we have progressed to this. So I am going to blot and then come back and complete this tutorial. Alright guys, I just Did I have my spaghetti straps in like this? Like, did nobody tell me that what was going on? Okay. Anywho, let me adjust myself. I think I'm fine. You don't ever see stuff till you're like watching the playback, and then you're like, oh, I couldn't have saw that was going on. Anyway, okay, so I blotted my face, and I just picked up the first powder that was closest to me, and that was butter. So I just used my beauty blender, and it's not a beauty blender. I just used my Real Technique sponge and pressed the powder into my oily T-zones. I didn't go ham with it because I am, like I told you, about to take all this off and go to sleep. Final thoughts. I pretty much gave most of them before I blotted. If you blot throughout the day, like, I mean, I just blotted and she's back to looking great, right? Like, my face is looking nice, natural glow coming through. Like, I like this. I don't feel like it causes creasing. Like, my under eye doesn't look dry. Sometimes after a while, like even when I initially apply the foundation or my concealer or whatever, looks great. After a couple hours, sometimes it might start to dry a little bit, especially because of the older I get. But with this, I don't feel like it's drying. Like, it does have a really nice finish. So overall, if I was comparing Fenty Beauty to the Beauty Bakery, I feel like the Beauty Bakery keeps your oil at bay longer, but I feel like the Beauty Bakery has a slightly better finish that lasts all day. So I don't know. I don't know which one I would go for over the other. I think I would lean towards Fenty Beauty, and the reason why is because for the price point, I could. For the price point, I can get 28 grams and get, you know, the Fenty, or I could pay, I still forgot to look up how much, but I'll post it on the screen. I can pay for however much to get the 14 grams of the flour setting powder. So I feel like I would rather pay more and get more and just have a smoother, softer, filtered finish throughout my day, because, you know, like I said, I just blotted, put more powder on there, and it still looks great. But like with any product or anything you try, you have to try it more than once to get a true idea how these are just my initial thoughts comparing both of these setting powders. So of course I'm going to continue to wear, because this one's almost out, so I'm going to chill for a bit on the flower setting because there's only a little bit in there. I'm gonna chill for this one, and I'm gonna use this for a while, and then as I use it and record videos like I've done in the past, I'll let you guys know as I'm recording it if I notice something I didn't notice before with this powder, and then of course how it wears to the 8-hour mark, the 10-hour mark, 12-hour mark, because sometimes I will have to wear my makeup for that long, and so I'll let you know how it does. I'm assuming, yeah, Sephora carries a full line. I think it would be great that if she would add a compact powder. So in case you don't want to do the blotting powder, because I don't know if that has flashback. Speaking of flashback, this does not have flashback. I did take pictures with flash. This was a splurge, so I've splurged, tried out, and I do like it. I'm not saying that every splurge you make is going to turn out great, because some products, to me, some of the drugstore products or indie brands work, if not the same, but better than some of the higher end. So it really just depends on the product. But so far, so good with the Pro Filt'r setting powder. So yeah, let me know, have you guys tried any Fenty Beauty products? Let me know what you tried. Do you like them? Should I try out the concealer? This foundation thing, I don't know. I have other brands I want to try first before I try her foundation, especially because, again, that price point. But yeah, I am thinking about trying her foundation, but there are other brands I kind of want to try before hers. But yeah, just let me know what you think. And also, don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, as I was in HEB, My son's so cute. He wrote a little shopping list so we could stay on track, and he was checking off as we went. So it was a good little trip. They were behaved for the most part. But anyway, we went through the makeup aisle. I wasn't even trying to go into the makeup aisle. We ended up on, I don't even know how. And he was trying to put his hand up to my face saying I didn't need anything. I didn't buy anything though. But I did see CoverGirl, and it reminded me of what I mentioned earlier. So if you guys would like to see me do like a full face CoverGirl look, or a full face something else, I really want to do CoverGirl because I just feel like I just want to know if I'm right or wrong about CoverGirl. So if you're interested, let me know below. If no one makes a comment about it, then I won't, you know, waste my money spending the coins if no one's interested in that content. All right, guys, I have babbled on enough. Lack of sleep really makes you even babble on longer than I normally do. So please, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, if you're a newbie, don't forget to also hit that bell so you get notifications when a new video is headed your way, which there are. I have videos that are already recorded. I just need to edit them and get them loaded to you guys. So especially the blonde series coming up. And Diva Princess wants to say bye, so you're not in the frame, baby. Huh? Come on, come this way. Come in front. There you go. No, right here, right here, right here. Okay, yeah, okay. Alright. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.